Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play EU4 Imperial Italy. We are looking for war targets, basically, to try to add more provinces to the HRE, and therefore give us some more imperial authority. That's the thing, it's nice grabbing an occasional province like this one from inside the empire to gain increased power, but it really doesn't help us move forward while simultaneously generating a little extra ill will within the HRE, plus eating our admin points as we core that stuff. So I really should try to avoid doing it whenever possible. So right now we are fabricating claims on a few places. Switzerland is going to be the thing. So Bavaria and Württemberg. There we go. Converted this province. Now we can start coring it. So where are these physically located? There and there. Okay. So I guess we'll get ready to do that, and we'll probably look to piece out the allies first. Although we can just start off by stack wiping Switzerland. They are in the mountains, but they are very small. Oops, that's not going to help. I'm just going to try to avoid some attrition here by splitting these guys up. There you go. Some of these province moves are very slow. So I'm not going to goof around here. I'm going to go and drop the full pair of armies here on top of these guys. And I guess I'll go ahead and go to full maintenance right now. Get these guys reinforced, get the morale up, because the claim is about to finish. Obviously, there'll be a little delay before we can send another diplomat. Actually, that's not true, is it? Guess we could do it right now, as soon as we get our diplomat back. But we'll wait for our things to fully reinforce. Oh, this being mountains here, it is pretty bad on the... Ooh. On our army composition as well. Let's take that, send a handful there, and figure out who's got attrition and deal with it at that point. There's Württemberg. Now we can't start adjacent to them. It'd be nice to just take them out. They've been a good ally for me, but it's not going to happen now. And then we're going to take half of you guys, and I think move you over here, because this should be enough to stack wipe Switzerland. It is in the mountains! So that is a little bit scarier, of course. Who do you have here? Giovanni, and who do you have here? Armata. So let's use Antonio. There you go. Oh no, that was Antonio. Let's use the king. There we go. People with higher combat ratings. I guess we're only going to use one of them in this battle, but what the hell. And then just randomly assign you there. Not that you're terribly good, but you'll be fine. And again, we're going to finish the influence ideas. We may as well. Unjustified demands are 50% cheaper. Is actually very nice. Very nice. I think that's 50% cheaper in terms of diplo power, not in terms of war score or anything like that. Just less diplo power to take stuff. Oh yeah, and taking Burgundy would also be nice, but I think we're going to start with Switzerland. So I'm just going to wait for basically right at the end of November, which is going to be sufficient. We're getting a little bit of... because we'll get the morale tick while we're walking. So, somewhere around here, I think that should be fine. Declare war. Oh, Bavaria won't even join in. How come? Because they're wickedly in debt. Well, good for Bavaria. Bad for Switzerland. Also bad for Württemberg. Who've accepted the call. They're a very good ally. They always accept my calls. And no, we're not going to call anyone in on our side, obviously. That would be quite silly. Württemberg will probably end up asking you for money, depending on how the siege speed goes. And yeah, we're just going to try to annex Wad over here and add them to the HRE as one of my own provinces. That's a lot of war score from that. So, neither one of you have a siege bonus. And you don't have an actual fort? For crying out loud. Why so crappy? Okay, select army. Create new army. And I'm just going to move the hurt cannon out and put the good cannon in to ensure that they've got the full siege bonus going on. And then I'm going to take you, move you there. And you'll move here just so you don't get attritioned. There we go. We might have to send some extra cannons here, I'm not sure. We got 16. Actually, what's their fort level? It's possible. A free claim on some more French territory. Can't complain about that. Because, yeah, I think in 22 we're going to declare war on France. For Savoy, because of the mission we've got. And also, they're a great place to take a lot of land and add to the HRE. We're going to try to be as greedy as possible against France. Big war score there. And I want to make sure to leave the guy with the siege benefit here. So, let me leave the cannons. So, you're the sieger. So, Giovanni, go out to friendly territory. And then this group here, how many cannons do we actually need? Yeah, you don't have a proper fort either. Okay. Create a new army. Inject one more cannon. Whittle you down. Grab you. And move you into friendly territory over here. Okay, so that'll happen very quickly. So we'll definitely take some money out of Württemberg because we can. Because both sieges will complete insanely quickly. We're not even going to take much in the way of attrition. We're gonna end this war with more manpower than we started, almost certainly. All right, let's go to speed 4. Because there's no threats. In fact, we could go and just, like, start the next war at the same time. Which would be interesting to consider. I'll probably wait, that way I can, arrange things properly. But, there's no reason I couldn't get positioned. Burgundy's got a lot of territory, actually. And no army. This Frankfurt up here. Get into Badois. You wait over here. Recall diplomat that was sucking up to our colonial nation. Walls breached. But don't worry, Württemberg, we actually don't want anything from you. Well, except for some cash. There we go, we have the war goal. And I'm not going to do this because we're going to need some points in here to negotiate the peace deal. Boom. All right, Württemberg. Annul treaties. I don't care about your treaties. I don't want to vassalize you and, ruin my HRE stuff. I just want to take money. That's all. Thank you. And we're going to put you up over here. And I can peace out with Switzerland. Switzerland, unfortunately, I have to eat you up. And take any cash you have to have sitting around. And nothing else matters. So, there are a handful of nations that could theoretically join a coalition against me. Really, France is the only powerhouse. If France decides to do it, the others probably will. Now, they may not fire. Alright, let's do that. Boom. Excellent. And make core. Alright, you're a little cannon heavy. Balanced-ish. Actually, grab you. I'm going to take half the cannons, move them here, just to help out with the siege of Frankfurt to get them kicked out faster. I'm going to move you into there, and then I'll just scoot you up a wee bit. And we'll prepare to declare on Burgundy. Just keep going one war after the other. Oh, we got an Italian army that's black flagged, because you're heading over here. So we'll wait for that. Württemberg, yes, absolutely. Let's re-ally, buddy. We're still good friends. I think we're royal married and everything, too. Okay, so a little bit cannon heavy over here, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to declare war on them now. It does bring in Aragon into the war, which I'm actually okay with. Because taking Aragonese territory was part of the plan as well. I don't think I've got to bring anyone in. Although, you know what? Let's bring in Cologne. Oh, or do we want to save them for France? Let's declare as is, and we can call in a few more things as we go. I like it. We're not co-belligerizing anyone. I don't want to co-belligerize or Aragon because they would chain too many things. And as is, we could still take at least one province. Okay, let's do it. You're not in the HRE, right? No. God, I was like, hope I haven't done a horrible goof up here. We have an extra leader kicking around. Let's go ahead and deal with these rebels, just because otherwise they're going to be annoying to me. We'll move towards Frankfurt, who will probably join the war. They did. Oh, and up there as well. Who is this? Munster. I'll tell you what, let's go and stand near Frankfurt, and then we can redeploy after Munster. In Munster, I don't want to just send in a giant stack over there and find out that they've actually got a pretty big-sized army. Or maybe we'll move in this direction. We're going at speed 4, which is a little fast for warfare. You don't have a leader. Let's go and assign you. Stop here. Oh, forgot I own that territory up there. And there's Mecklenburg coming. Right, I always forget. I do have an ally. And actually, I don't think it matters, but I have my colonialization as well. You just need to leave like one dude behind, and then you can move up to Rethel. How are we doing here? We need 20 artillery for the full bonus. Let's go ahead and drop the cannons, so we've at least got some bonus going on there. We may not want to actually siege out Burgundy yet. That's an idea. Instead, why don't I grab all this and move to Roussillon. Just take out all the lesser parties first. We got the full... Okay, we really don't need much over there. So, select army. We're going to leave 5 cannons. No, that, and a handful of that. There we go. That's going to be the sieging army. Then you're going to come back down here. I'm going to kill that, and then come back down here. So you still have your full siege bonus going on, right? Indeed. Excellent. And here, it actually has a proper fort in Frankfurt. That is actually a pretty heavy-duty thing to siege. Good. Stack wipe, though. That's nice. You're going to head over there. And I don't think Burgundy's got an active army. Army is Burgundy. Oops. Be paused. They have 30k. I don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. Way up there. That's a bold choice there, Mecklenburg. I think you're just going to cost us some war score. Looks like it. Sorry, I can't help. Oh, okay, hold on. You guys, wait up. We're going to join up here. We'll get a little bit of attrition, but that's okay. Let's see if we can't catch you somewhere. Gotta be careful where we attack, although there's not much of them. Are we going to get to the mountains first? They've stopped their move. So then we'll probably hit force march over here and just see if we can catch them somewhere. Woods, hills, none of that would be a particularly big problem for me. We could do a consolidate first, but I don't think I will. So you're going here, and you're locked in, so we will try to rush in. Attack you in the woods. -1, which isn't too bad. You've got a 1-1-1 leader. I've got a 4-1. And we won't have to worry about river crossings either. Bam. And then we're going to move and take your territory over here. Excellent. Okay, meanwhile, here we have the siege guy, which is nice. We need 27 dudes. And how many artillery? We need 25 artillery. So we can trim this down a bit, not with the artillery. But I can take half of my infantry and knights and move them out. I don't want to do too many more than that because they actually have... Well, they don't have a huge garrison. I probably could trim you down a little bit more, couldn't I? So again, I want to leave the siege guy. I'll move you out. Cut back on some of the attrition. And then I'll merge this group back up. And that'll be fine. That's going to happen relatively quickly. Burgundy might decide to chase down this group, although it doesn't look like they're interested in doing that right now. You can cancel your force movement. Maybe I should go and kill the Burgundian army. That's probably a good idea. I do want to siege that, but I guess I don't have to rush it yet. And if I take out Burgundy, we're going to be in a better place. That's annoying because it's going to generate more separatism well before we can reach there because there's no forts. I mean, not that I want to build forts everywhere, but it's always annoying when the rebels pop somewhere where there's no fort because they will claim it and the separatism will stay. We lost a general. Oh, this general. Oh, that's sad. Well, let's use this king for a little while. That's going to be okay. I think we've got a slot for it, but I'd rather avoid spending a point. I think we've got time before this war ends. I'm going to go ahead and do this, because it'll give us more Diplo points, because we can have one extra relationship slot. I think that's going to be very good for us. Okay, that's not a problem. Mecklenburg will hopefully recharge. That might take care of my rebels for me. A lot of attrition walking through. Wow! England is sieging down Paris. And we've got more separatists. That's a big stack of separatists, actually. What's our current... It's not bad, actually. They were just due to pop. So we'll have to clean them up soon. Are we going to catch you? On the 11th, on the 12th. So, no. Cancel, boot. Try to get the hand out as quickly as possible. And I think we'll catch you. Good. And take you out. Munster should be done soon. We're going to use this stack to clean up all my rebels, I think. These little things don't matter because they're not forts. There's not worth any war score. It's really not an issue. On that, and where are you running off to? You're running south. We can turn off the force march, and probably you're running to your capital. So we will go there, and then we'll deal with rebels. Damn French separatists. I guess this stack, we're not actually being threatened. Let's go and see if we can deal with these guys. So they stop being an issue. I don't have an extra leader kicking around. No. And I have no desire to buy one. Oh, you're actually going to go through to there. And we have to take a dump path to get there. There we are. No. Stop. That's not what I want you to do at all. There we go. I want you to peace out. I don't want to eat Meppen. I want Munster to stay around. I don't necessarily need a vassal. I'll just take your money. Do you have an annoying relationship? Yes. Don't be allied to Austria. Or Burgundy, actually, because I'm about to take a bunch of territory from Burgundy, which I think will increase more AE against you. So we'll do something like that. Get out of the war. Thank you. Okay. Did that. Took care of him. Good. May as well unsiege a couple of provinces while I'm here, because it's only going to take a couple of ticks to do that. Apparently Cologne is going around dealing with my rebels. Thank you. I don't know exactly why that's happening, to be honest. I won't complain. Alright. Where are my armies sitting? You're sieging that out, which is good. You are sitting there and doing that. I don't need the whole stack of you to do that. I'm going to detach a minimal little siege and then send you down here. We'll figure out what to do with you when you get there. Boom. Good. Let's go and clear these guys up. Let me do a consolidate and go there, and then we will go and build a handful of... You know what? I'm going to create a new template. We're going to go with 20 of those. Blah, 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 blah. In 20 provinces. Save. Build there. Okay. So it's a little bit faster than waiting for reinforcements, especially if I'm walking through enemy territory. And the cost, I mean, you have to pay to reinforce, so paying to just buy the new armies is fine. It all sort of works out. It's just a lot faster. It's more aggressive input of gold. Speaking of gold, we've got enough. Let's repay that loan before we forget about it. There we go. Still making 50 per turn right now. Really? That trade power. Oh, right, and we lost that level 3 advisor as well. Which, honestly, we could potentially put back. We could start building again. Build ships. Well, I don't want to build ships right now because the Aragonese Navy will probably sink me. Some of these trade companies might be worthwhile. Might produce a good number of goods. Also to trade buildings. Now, of course, we're going to get more control over these trade nodes as is. We might not need that many trade buildings, but let's throw a few in there. That's okay. Ah, Mecklenburg is helping out. Lovely. Waiting for that siege. We are making some progress, which is nice. There we go. We'll get you to just join up over there. Just clear out some of those bad boys. You are just sitting around. No, you're in a fight. How come it doesn't... There's no symbol for combat? Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and just have you take Rethel. Since we can, it won't get retaken. We may as well do it. I don't like local autonomy. And I don't know if that's timed. I don't know if that's going to be 5 years or it's on its own timer. We can deal with a little bit more unrest. And we can wait more rebels. Yeah, these are not about to flip, so we may as well clear them out. You over here are not a huge stack, and you don't have a leader. Steal a leader from somewhere and go and clear them out. Okay, we got that there. This happening here. Then we'll deal with these little stacks in a second. We don't have attached to army. No, they're probably just sitting here to besiege it, which is fine. Send some extra dudes in here. What's the terrain here? Oh, highlands and a river crossing. Yeah, all right. Still, we're fine. Okay. Let's go and deal with you. And then we'll come back here and get ready to deal with this group. These are some potent forts over there. That, at least, is pretty safe. This is fine. We're being blockaded somewhere there, which doesn't actually matter. Although sieging their territory down will be a pain. Oh, they're only fort level 2 and 3. Actually, that's not bad at all. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Burgundy's building a couple of troops again. But really not more than that. I'm not going to attack because this is a dumb composition. Suppose we could sort of sit around here, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think I will actually move this army down to here in general, just sort of in the south in general, to hook up with everyone else. Or, you know what? No, you're safe. You're fine. Do that. It'll be nice to get Frankfurt out of here. You're not... No, you're a good religion. I mean, the right religion for what we're going for. And you can detach and go here. You guys go here, so we can deal with these rebels soon. Mecklenburg, thank you very much for sieging that out. Actually, you're doing a pretty good job sieging that. Oh, I forgot, it's only level 2 fort. I'm like, why is it going so fast? Right. The walls are made out of paper. Paper tigers. I'm talking about paper tigers. Talk about paper fortresses. Again, we'll leave Burgundy for last, so that way we can get separate pieces out with absolutely everyone in here. There we go. Won the siege of Frankfurt. Listen, dude, I don't think I really need anything. I don't want to eat Frankfurt up. I don't want to... I can't vassalize it, I guess, because it's a free city. But we can take all their money. Break up your relationship with Burgundy, because they're going to be pissed at me in a second. Everyone else, these are pretty minor people that don't concern me. So we're going to send that demand to you. Boom. All right. You have kind of a derpy front line. Anyway, go there. I'm actually going to change my mind about this army. We're going to move in there, and then you're going to start the siege of Burgundy. Groovy. Okay, you. Move up. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, I don't know if we can even reach here. Maybe cutting through France? No, I don't think we can reach Girona and get that started until this siege falls, which is a little bit annoying. We can throw some extra cannons in there to speed it up, which I suppose we will do. Move, move, move. There we go. Not going to complain about the autosaves after it saved us that last time. Is that with the extra frontline dudes? Yeah, this is really a derpy comp. Still, at this point, we're obviously have sufficient stuff to take that on. We have more troops on our front line than they have. And yeah, there might be some cannons in a dumb position, but it's not going to matter. What is going to matter is... split this group in half. No, find the other one. And do a consolidate there, because it's a lot of very tiny stacks. And you can reach there. Lovely. So please do. Boom! Cored that. Lovely. That was expensive, big core. Where are you going to pop? In Milan, Parma, Novara, neither one of which have a fort. So I'd really actually like to not have the stupid separatism of doom going on over there. So I'm actually going to send a stack over to Novara. Plus, we'll save that little individual. Nope, we didn't. And it white flagged us, which is kind of funny. Because I think we arrived on the very day that the battle ticked. New tech, yeah, no, we do want to finish this, and we'll need to negotiate some peace deals, obviously. Okay, how many cannons do we actually need here? Just 10. So... 10, and then a handful of frontline troops to make sure that we don't get assaulted. Let's say 4. That's going to be fine. And I'm going to actually send you back over here. We'll leave 1 dude behind here. And literally, like, 1 dude is enough. Actually, it's possible that, like, I don't know if you can have an army with, like, literally a 0 regiment in there. But as long as it's got at least 1 person, that's all it takes to claim these places. So we can leave one of these heavily damaged ones behind. And you're going to come and sit on Parma, because we're going to get rebellions one place or another. Obviously, the rebellion's going to tick a lot more slowly if we're sitting on it. Actually, the unrest went down to 0 over there. Shoot, is that too much then? No, that's 2.2 years with us sitting on top of it. Alright, fine. Just go back to Burgundy. And you are going to go and siege out that keep up at the top. And that will bring this war to a conclusion relatively soon. We're going to put a cut in here. When we come back, we're going to finish wiping out Burgundy. We're going to try to eat as much of them as possible. Same thing with Aragon. I don't know how much we can eat because they are not, they're not co-belligerents. I'm going to become Defender of the Faith. I don't think I want to do that. That's going to increase the cost of my army, of my tech, sorry. It is nice for the morale bonus. We don't need it now. We might consider that when we fight France, which is currently being torn apart. There's 4 more years before our truce with France expires, but they are going to be substantially weakened before that happened, which is really good news. Interesting. Looks like the war here ended, and England, or whoever was in the war, forced France to give up Savoy, which is enough to complete this quest. So we get everyone in the Italian region, every province. Oh, owned by you. Okay. 10% production efficiency and +1 tax income for 10 years. That is stupendously good. I don't actually have a claim on you. That's very frustrating. Calais is what? It's over here. That wouldn't be bad. Bringing a war directly against Poland. Poland, what kind of allies do you have? No one important. Like, no one particularly powerful. We already have a claim. We already have CBs against you. This will give us another claim. Plus a very nice 10 years of increased manpower recovery. I don't want to vassalize. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want a fleet at some point again soon, too. I'm going to take this. I think going up against Poland would actually make a lot of sense, and it's a good way to expand our territory and weaken the other force here. Once we take out France, the only other force that's nearby is Poland, and then the Ottomans, and Spain, although we're good friends with Spain. Hopefully we can keep that up. Let's go ahead and use a diplomat and try to cap that out as much as possible. All right, we're going to put a cut in here, but war is going to continue, folks. See you next time. Bye-bye.